Hey guys, so this video we're going to talk about how to stand out from other tax planners. So this is stuff that I've basically learned over the last close to a decade when I started my accounting and bookkeeping business. And if I had had this stuff, it would have taken me a lot less time to go reach my goals. So also, if you want some help growing your business, like maybe you've been thinking about either starting a tax planning firm or maybe you're already doing some tax planning, but it's just not quite going the way you want. Like you're either not making as much as you want, you don't have the freedom you want because maybe you're still at your job. I just invite you to go ahead and click the link inside the description either above or below the video to book a call with myself to see if I can help you inside of our mentorship program. So anyways, let's jump into this thing. So number one, okay, you have to embrace marketing. Now, I understand, Bryce, it's probably like no duh, I have to embrace marketing. But when I think of how most tax planners think of marketing, it's always something like, fact about tax planning, buy my stuff. Or why you need this, buy my stuff. Or 10 reasons why you need tax planning. And it's never really that detailed. It doesn't really cause you to have a brand. It doesn't really cause people to know why I should work with you versus someone else. And it's just kind of like, it doesn't even like really register to people. It's just not significant enough. Whenever I think of real marketing, especially in an online professional services environment, right? So that's like, if that's bookkeeping, that's tax planning, that's financial services, even like real estate to a certain degree. It's really nowadays about educational content that gets people to understand more about what you do while simultaneously sharing your story about like, about how you can help them and like who you are as a person. So like even for me, right, like how did I even learn this stuff? Like I spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on like courses, right? Because like back when I first got started, there wasn't really courses on like either bookkeeping or tax. There wasn't really like courses. It was either like how to get a job, or there was a bunch of random like specialty things like how to sell used cars, or how to make a blog, right, or how to make YouTube videos, and you had to like buy each one piece by piece by piece. And the funny thing is, like, really, if you can master telling your story in a way that's very compelling, if you can work on educating people so you have anywhere between like 50 to 1,000 content pieces, and I know that sounds like a lot. We're going to break down in a couple minutes how to make it easier over time so it doesn't feel like you're working 24/7 just making content, okay? But it's really just about educating people, right? Because think about it like this. You are in a space where people naturally know that they need you. And the more that they learn from you, the more they realize they don't actually know what they think that they knew, and they have to come to you as an eventuality. So the more that you teach them, the more they feel like they know you, they like you, and they feel like, okay, this is the right person to help me out. So it's in your best interest to make as much content as possible. Now, there's a couple different types of content. There's written content, that's like writing like long posts, and we can talk about how to write long posts. There are video or audio. So when I say video audio, you could just have a PowerPoint presentation that just has like words and maybe like a picture of your logo in the corner. You don't even have to have your face on camera, right? And it just makes it super easy for people to hear your voice. So that way when they come on the consultation call and when they start working with you, they know your voice and they already trust you, and just makes things so much easier. But the goal is to create a micro audience. Okay, now a lot of people think that they have to have like hundreds of thousands of like followers on social media in order to make any money. What I found is actually the opposite to be true, right? So you can make $100,000 or $150,000 per year off of 1,000 subscribers. Now, what's 1,000 subscribers? That is about 3 to 4 new subscribers every single day. That's not much. That doesn't take much at all. That's a very, very leisurely pace. Very leisurely pace. Now, the reason why it's so important is because the people that are going to be searching for your content and going to be following you, they're only interested in the thing that you're serving. The only reason they're following you is to learn more about what you are actually offering. That's the only reason. So that audience is very hyper targeted to what you are offering and like why they should work with you. That's the only reason why they'll watch your videos. And like, it just linearizes your process of educating them enough to want them to like reach out to you and then like sign up with you for your tax planning services. It's a very, very, very strong process when you have things lined up. Now, in order to do this, you do have to kind of build a little bit of consistency. So you can build anywhere from like 1 video a week to like 5 videos a week. Ideally, you would do 2 to 3. 2 to 3 videos a week is really kind of that baseline. Now, if you don't know how to film a video or make a video, you could just write out a blog post and then read your blog post on camera. I have done that numerous times where I wrote out like a 4-page Google document, and my entire video is just me reading line by line, word for word, and having my little picture in the corner. It was the simplest video ever, but those kind of videos made me a lot of money. A lot of money. Same thing with like PowerPoint presentations. I just make a PowerPoint presentation. It takes me like 5 to 10 minutes, depending if I use a basic template or a long form kind of template. Doesn't really matter, right? Read that thing off, put that video out there, done. If you have a junior person in your office or a virtual assistant, they can even write it for you. There are ways you can have ChatGPT take your ideas and formulate it into a PowerPoint presentation. It's crazy simple nowadays to make content. But you're standing up from the crowd because of the fact that you're making so much content. And no one else is doing this because everyone is either scared to market, they don't know what to say, and they're not really willing to put themselves out there, which is a requirement to go and build an audience. Online, you have to be able to put yourself out there to go and build an audience online. Once you have that audience, everything else is easier. Like when I say everything is easier, everything is easier. Once you have that initial, we'll say 100 to 200 videos, you can just put it in a loop. So you say, okay, so you can do like separated by 200 days. So day 1 is going to be also on day 201. Day 2 will be on 202, right? So it just keeps rolling and rolling and rolling. You never really have to build content again unless you want to just like update something, or if something's changed or no longer relevant, then you can update it. But it just makes things so much easier. And it's cool because like when you have that consistency, you're going to get a consistent number of leads. Every single month from my main YouTube channel, I get about 90 to about 97 new subscribers every single month. Every single month, right? No matter what. It's like on a rolling day thing, right? So like a rolling day, I always have like 92 to like 107. And it's not that fast of a pace. I know people that have like 10,000 subscribers and don't have any calls booked. They don't have any like clients from it, and it's because like they have to understand like a really solid formula. And we have another video on this channel titled "How to Get Clients from Videos" and how to get clients from YouTube. So go and watch that video because it breaks down specifically what is the structure of a winning video that will cause people to want to work with you. In this video, we're just talking about like how to stand up for the crowd. Now, inside of your videos, we call it giving away all of your secrets. So a lot of people think that if you teach people what your strategies are, they're going to try and do it on their own. But in this regulated industry, they know that they need help doing it. The only people who are really going to want to do it themselves are people that have a tax background. And even then, the more content you put out and the more secrets you share, the more doubt that's caused in the person's mind that they do not know what they're doing, or that even if they think they could do it on their own, they'd rather have a professional, someone that's specialized in this information, to help them along the way to make sure they don't make any mistakes. Right? So the more that you give, the more that you get in return, because people realize just how much is actually involved in this stuff. And you start separating yourself because there's a lot of like your competition that does like tax prep, and then they just give out a bunch of free tax information, or they will try and kind of just give like tax tips here and there as they're working with clients, but the clients don't really value it because it's already like included in the original service. There's no separation, and you're not really deemed as an expert in that field. So even if you do give out like some free tax advice like to people that are already paying you, it doesn't really hit as much as if you have this content pool where there's like 50 different videos out there. And again, it took you like 10 weeks to make it, so it's not overnight. It'll take you 3 months to get 50 videos, right? And then or a month and a half, you're shooting 2 a week. And then you can just go and just see this and see this and see this and see this and see this. See you on display, give you information. It's like, whoa, this is crazy. This has structure to it. There's order to it. There's a formula. There's an overarching strategy. This person knows exactly what they're doing. This is very well put together. And once they have that, that builds the confidence in you that you can help them out. So it all kind of works together, but it starts with having really consistent a content base. And then once you have that, then the audience starts finding you. And then once that happens, it can take anywhere from like 1 day to like 3 months before a person will sign up with you. And that's why we need that kind of like rolling 3 people per day, because you just need as many leads as possible that are like postured towards like working with your service. So all you got to do, educate. That's marketing. Educate people as much as you can. Answer common questions. Learn how to utilize the social media platforms like YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook to find video ideas that people are searching for. Give as much information, sauce, value, whatever you want to call it, as much as you possibly can, so that they feel like you're the person to go with, and that consistency over time leads to you making hundreds of thousands of dollars per year, if not millions. Okay? So if you want some help implementing this system, if you want step-by-step instruction, know exactly what you need to do in order to reach your goals, go ahead and click the link inside the description, either above or below the video, to book a call with myself to see if I can help you inside of our mentorship program. Okay? I will talk to you soon. Have a great rest of your day. Take it easy.